Okay, so ni soalan PSPN 2015. Soalan nombor 1. Dia kasih kat kita cos A negative 15/17. Lepas tu tangent B 5/12. Lepas tu dia cakap lagi A dan B in the second and third quadrant. Maksudnya yang A ni dekat second quadrant, yang B ni dekat third quadrant. So kita start lukis dia punya graf ni lah. Dia kata cos A, kita lukis lah. Cos A dekat second quadrant kan. So kita lukis kat second quadrant. Lepas tu dia just kasih adjacent dengan hypotenuse. So kita kena cari dia punya apa nama ni? Opposite dia. Lepas tu daripada sini kita dah dapat adjacent hypotenuse dengan opposite dia, kita boleh cari sin A dengan tangent A pula. Lepas tu dia cakap lagi tangent B dekat third quadrant. So kita lukislah tangent B punya dekat third quadrant kat sini. Lepas tu kita dapatlah sin B dengan cos B. Kenapa kita kena buat siap-siap ni? Sebab nanti dekat soalan dia minta cari sin A plus B. Lepas tu formula dia sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So kita kenalah cari siap-siap supaya senang nak substitute. So kita substitute dapat negatif 21/221.
Alright. Soalan lagi satu, dia nak cos A/2. So pakai konsep yang sama macam tadi, kita buat kuadran. So kuadran 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Habis tu kita dapat tan B is equal to 5/12. So kita pakai suruhkan tua. So tua maksudnya tan S equal to opposite over adjacent. So maksudnya yang kita given is dah ada opposite dengan adjacent. So kita letak balik opposite. Opposite sebab dia opposite dengan angle. And then adjacent paling dekat dengan angle. And then untuk cari hypotenuse, just pakai Pythagoras theorem. 5 square plus 12 square. Habis tu setkan balik, akan dapat 13. Alright, then just substitute balik lah macam so maksudnya sin X equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite kita dah tahu tadi 5. Habis tu bahagikan dengan 13. Habis tu dia sin dekat kuadran 3 ni negatif. Alright, habis tu untuk cos pun sama, dekat kuadran 3 dia akan jadi negatif. So adjacent over hypotenuse will be 12/13. Habis tu letakkan negatif sebab dia kat kuadran 3. And then pakai formula ni, kita bawa semua benda ke to the other side except yang kita nak, which is cos A/2. So kita akan dapat macam ni. Alright, daripada volume pertama. Lepas tu kita substitutekan balik semua info yang kita ada. Cos A tadi negative 15/17. Dan itu plus 1/2 akan dapat 17/17. Hasil kita buat conjugate, kita akan dapat 17/17 set 17. And then kita boleh potong 17 tu, kita dapat 1/17 set.
Okay, so hari ni kita akan macam pasal 2015. So one of the question dia minta cos A/2. So macam mana nak dapat cos A/2 ni? Kita akan dapat dia daripada identity. So cos A equals to 2 cos square A/2 minus 1. So yang minus 1 ni kita pindah ke sebelah sini. So kita akan dapat, ni saya tukar, kita akan dapat 2 cos square A/2 equals to cos A plus 1. So yang 2 ni tadi kita pindahkan ke bawah. So kita akan dapat over 2. And kuasa 2 ni kita akan pindah ke belah sana. Kita akan dapat square root. Square root, kalau square root tu mesti akan ada sign positif dan negatif. So cos A/2 tadi kita akan dapat dia punya formula dia square root 1 plus cos A/2. So cos A ni tadi kita dah cari dah. Soalan bagi lah. So kita dah substitute balik, kita akan dapat square root 1 plus in bracket negative 15/17/2. So bila kita tekan calculator, kita akan dapat plus minus square root 1/17. So bila kita pemudahkan dia, kita akan dapat plus minus 1/, square root 17. So bila dah sampai dekat sini, kita tengok dia punya syarat dah. Dia kata tadi A/2. So bila A/2 dia duduk antara 45 degree to 90 degree. Maksudnya dekat first quadrant. Kalau first quadrant maksudnya so all positive. So kita pilih yang positive sign.
Okay. Tak jumpa kan? Okay.
Okey, soalan 2015 nombor 2. Soalan bagi cosine square x plus 1 equal to 3 cos x for 0 degree to the range dia. Okey, kita tahu identity cos x square equal to 1 plus cot square. So kita substitutekan benda cos x square ni ke dalam equation ni. Kita akan dapat 1 plus cot square x plus 1 equal to 3 cot x. Dan kita boleh nampak ada apa power 2 kat sini, ada power 1 kat sini. So kita boleh let cot x equal to 1 untuk jadikan kuadratik. Lepas solve kita akan dapat y equal to 2 or y equal to 1.
After we get y equals to 2, y equals to 1, we can find the reference angle, which is tangent minus y equals to 1 over 2. We get this 1 over 2 because 1 over cot equals to 2. 1 over tangent equals to cot. So we get this one. After we find the reference angle, this one is the basic angle. We find the theta. Theta got 2 because tangent is positive. So it's in first quadrant and third quadrant. The third quadrant have to add 180 inside the basic angle. Then we get this answer. This one also the same. We find the basic angle first. Then after that, since tangent is positive, so at first quadrant and third quadrant, then this theta is 45 and 180 plus 45. So we list down all the theta and we get the answer.
Okay, nah.
Okay. This is question 3. Partial for partial. Okay. For the first question, we have to find the maximum and minimum values for this value. So first of all, we have to make this equation into this form. R cos x plus alpha, and then we expandkan this equation into this, and then the same dengan yang first equation ni, kita just have to compare cos x and cos x, which will get cos alpha is equals to 12 over r, and then we have to compare sin x and sin x, which will get sin alpha equals to 5 over r, and then we can draw the triangle to make it look easier, and then to find the r we can use the theorem Pythagoras, and we will get value for r is 13, and then to find the alpha we use tangent, and value for alpha is 22.6 degree, and then we just have to substitute back these two values into this equation, and we will get this 13 cos x plus 22.6 degree. Okay, and then we can find the maximum and minimum value using this equation. Okay, so I use this, negative 1 is less than cos less than 1, and then I substitutekan the 13 cos, so it means that we have to times this two value with 13, and we will get negative 13 and 13. So the maximum value is 13 and the minimum value is negative 13. Alright.
So for B, the question wants us to solve the equation 12 cos x minus 5 sin x equals to 1. So as we previously have found that 12 cos x minus 5 sin x is equals to 13 cos x plus 22.6. So we substitute this one into this equation, and we get 13 cos x plus 22.6 equals to 1. So we move 13 to the other side, and we get cos x plus 22.6 equals 1 over 13. So first we find the basic angle, which is the arc cos of 1 over 13, and we get 85.59 degrees. So the next step is to determine the range. So for the range, the question gives us x is in between 0 until 360 degrees. But for this one, it is x plus 22.6. So we add 22.6 on both sides of the range. So this one is our final range. And the third step is to find the quadrant. And as we know, cosine is positive in quadrant 1 and 4. So we draw the basic angle on the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. And as from the range, it is 0 to 360, so we rotate once. And And we can see that there are two answers for this equation. So the last step is to list out the angles. So x plus 22.6 is equals to, the first one is 85.59 because it is the first quadrant, and for the second one, which is the fourth quadrant, we take 360 minus the basic angle 85.59, and we move the 22.6 to the other side, and we get x is equals to 62.99 degrees and 251.81. So this is the final answer. Thank you.
PSPM number 4. So yang ni soalan dia. Lepas tu dia bagi tahu kat sini, dia bagi formula dah. So kita akan substitute semua dalam ni. So bila substitute tu kita dapat macam ni lah. So ini per macam biasa kan. Lepas tu kita boleh potong.
So daripada equation yang ni, kita boleh nampak sini dia ada sin to x dengan cos x. So kalau ikut formula kat atas ni, sin to x plus cos square x, dia akan jadi 1. So dari sini kita boleh jadikan, kita susun dia bagi nampak cantik sikit, dan kita ubah dia dengan 1 kat sini. So dia akan jadi 1 tolak sin x cos x. Dan daripada sini kita ikut formula double angle kan. Formula double angle, dia kata sin 2 theta equals to 2 sin theta cos theta. So daripada equation ni, daripada equation ni, kita boleh ubah equation dia untuk jadi macam ni. Bila dah jadi macam ni, dia sama dengan ini. So kita boleh prove yang equation yang sebelah sini adalah sama dengan sebelah sini. Thank you.
Okay, soalan pasir 2015 soalan 5. So first dia suruh show cosec cos 2x tolak cot x sama dengan 3. So yang ni ada dalam formula, kita just masukkan 1 tambah cot cos 2x. So susun dia shown.
Terus yang bawah ni pula, daripada sini kita boleh nampak dia cot square x and then cot x minus 2. Kat sini kita boleh boleh nampak dia punya quadratic equation lah. So kita let y, then kita boleh dapat, baru kita nampak kita punya quadratic equation. And then from here kita akan dapat dua apa ni? Dua nilai. Okay, from dua nilai ni kita nak cari dia punya degree, dia punya alpha lah. Dia punya alpha dia kena pakai cara ni, samakan dengan jawapan yang kat sini. Cot sama dengan 1 over tangent tangent x, and then tukar tempat dapat tangent x equals to 1 over 2, and then tan inverse 1 over 2 dapat jawapan dalam degree. And then yang ni pun sama juga, buat macam yang tadi. And then dia dapat dua answer ni, kita boleh plot dekat sini, boleh tahu kuadran dia. Yang ni dia dekat tan dia positif. So dia ada dekat kuadran yang first, and then yang this one tan dia negatif. So ada dekat second quadrant. And then kita boleh cari dia punya angle. Tapi kat sini kita tengok balik dia punya range dia nak 0 sampai pi. So tak ada dalam degree, so kita kena tukar jawapan kita dalam degree. So nak tukar jawapan kita dalam degree, kita kena times dengan pi per 180 dan dapat jawapan dia. That's all.
Okay.
Question past year, question 2015 number 6. So it asks us to change into this form, this into this form. Okay, so we use compound angle formula, and then expand, and then we compare 3 sin theta compare with r sin theta cos alpha. Then we got r cos alpha equals to 3 and cos alpha equals to 3 over r. And then we compare this one with this one, and then we got sin alpha equals to 4 over r. And then we take the range between 0 and 90 degree, which is acute angle. So we use this to find r. We use theorem Pythagoras, 4 square plus 3 square square root. Then we got r equals to 5. And then we want to find alpha, shift tangent 4 over 3. We got 53.13 degree. So it want us to find Rn alpha. So R equals to 5 and alpha equals to 53.13 degrees. Then
Okay, so for question B, question want us to solve this equation 3 sin theta minus 4 cos theta equals to 2. Because at A we already know 3 sin theta minus 4 cos theta equals to 5 sin theta minus 53.13. So we just can write it in the form of this equals to 2. So we move the 5 to the right hand side and we get sin theta minus 53.13 equals to 2 over 5. So we use the Baraguli method. For the basic angle is shift sine 2 over 5, you'll get 23.58 degree. And for range, the question give is 0 to 360 degree. So for the final range, we need to minus 53.13. So this will be the final range, and the angle will rotate in this direction. Start from negative 53.13 to 306.87 degree. So for quadrant, it involves quadrant 1 and 2 because the sign is positive. So at last, just list all the angle. Theta minus 53.13 will equal to the basic angle in the first quadrant, and the second quadrant is 180 minus 23.58. So we just move the 53.13 to the right side and get the value of theta is 76.71 degree and 209.55 degree.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, soalan 7 dia minta sin 2x over 1 minus cos x kan, equals to 1 plus cos x. Dia minta untuk kita proof yang sama, dua ni sama. So kita ambil left hand side kan, kita copy balik equation yang dekat left hand side. Tapi kita tengok atas ni kan, sin square x kan, kita boleh ganti dengan 1 minus cos square x. So kita ganti je dia. Lepas tu yang ni 1 minus cos square x ni kan, kita boleh kita boleh asing lah, factorize dia. Jadi 1 plus cos x, 1 minus cos x. So kita tengok atas ni ada 1 minus cos x kan, bawah 1 minus cos x, kita boleh cancel je. Lepas tu kita tinggal 1 plus cos x je. So dia sama kan dengan right hand side dia kan. So kita dah proven dah equation ni.
okay, untuk soalan ni dia suruh solve sin cos 2x ni. Okay, lepas tu dia bagi ni, dia bagi kan, so kita dapat, so kita just masukkan balik 1 tambah cos x sama dengan cos 2x. Lepas tu kita solvekan yang ni, sebab yang ni kita boleh dapat dengan equation, so kita
Double
dapat
angle.
lepas tu kuasa 2, lepas tu kita ni pindah-pindah. So yang ni negatif kan, kita darabkan whole equation ni dengan negatif 1. So dapat ni. Lepas tu kita let y, sebab kita susah nak solve kan. So kita let y cos x. Kita dapat 2y kuasa 2 tolak 2 tolak y tolak 2. So kita dapat y sama dengan 1.281 or y equal to negatif 0.781. So dah dapat, kita gantikan balik y ni dengan cos x. Okay, lepas tu 2, lepas tu yang ni kita kena reject sebab dia punya nilai cos x ni lebih pada 1. Yang ni kita boleh rujuk dekat graf dia. Okay, yang ni kita cari dia punya basic angle. So kita dapat 38.65. Lepas tu based on this, cos dia punya ni dekat second dengan third. So kita dapatlah 1.141.4 dengan 218.7.
Macam ni. Okay, so dia suruh solve sin square x over 1 minus cos x equals to cos 2x. And yang first ni dia sama, kita dah buktikan dia sama. So kita gantikan equals to cos 2x. And then negatif kita masukkan equals to 0. Yang ni identity dia sama dengan 2 cos square x minus 1. Lepas tu bila dah ni, kita susun jadi negatif 2 cos square x plus cos x plus 2. Masukkan dalam kalkulator, dapat dua nilai ni. Lepas tu dia cos dia tak boleh bawah 1, dia tak boleh atas 1. So ni dah lebih, so kita reject. Yang ni kalau kita tekan kereta dapat negatif. So yang ni cos lah. Cos X dapat negatif.
So step pertama kita cari basic angle. So cos ni kita tekan ke kalkulator. Basic angle kita dapat 38.67 degree. And then rho is the range. So range soalan dia yang ni. And then quadrant. And kali ni kan cos negatif, so dia nice dekat quadrant 2 dengan 3. And then ini list tak. And then kita dapat 141.3 degree yang 28.67 degree.
So now actually yang ni cos X kan. So kita terus change tu alpha lah kan. So tengok X kalau sin 2X kena 2X and then dia pusing lagi kan. List down ni order ni check yang ni, but X is equal something. Kalau 2X and divide. Okay, nah. Hai, nama Bara Kuali. Okay.
So question 8. Question given is fx equals to sec 3 cos 2x plus 2 sin 2x. So it wants to express in r cos 2x minus alpha. So we assume this equals to this. So we explain this one first. So we get r cos 2x cos alpha plus r sin 2x sin alpha. So we compare this one and this one. So we get r cos alpha equal to sec 3. So cos alpha equal to sec 3 over r. So we compare this one also. We get r sin alpha equals to 2. Sin alpha we get 2 over r. And then since this is a acute angle, so to find r we use theorem Pythagoras. So then equal to sec 7. So to find alpha, use tan alpha equals to since TOA opposite over adjacent 2 over sec 3. And then so we write back this question, sec 3 cos 2x plus 2 sin 2x equal to sec 7 cos 2x minus 49. Sorry, I miss one thing. Alpha we get shift tan 2 over sec 3, so we get 49.1 degree. So in minutes, 49 6 minutes. Okay, and then get back to this one. So we get sec 7 cos 2x minus 49 6 minutes.
Maximum.
Okay. And then the question want to find the maximum and minimum value. To find it, the range we get negative 1 until 1. So this we sub this such as this. So we sub negative 1 and 1. So to find maximum value, fx we equal to sec 7 1 equal to sec 7, and minimum value we sub negative 1, we get negative sec 7.
For question 8b, solve sec 3 cos 2x plus 2 sin 2x equals to negative sec 2. So as just now we found that this is equals to sec 7 cos 2x minus 49.6 minute, 49 degrees 6 minutes. So I write in degree form. So we move the sec 7 to the right hand side and we get cos 2x minus 49.1 degree is equals to negative 0.5345. We use the Bara-Kuali method. So first we find basic angle, which is arc cos 0.5345 equals to 57.69, our basic angle. Then the range has to be between 0 and 180 degree. Our new range is 2x minus 49.1. So we times 2 both sides and then plus 49.1 both sides, and then we get this new range. So for quadrant, when the cos is negative, it is at quadrant 2 and 3. So these are the angles. For quadrant 2, we have 180 minus 57.69 degree, and also for quadrant third quadrant, 180 plus 57.69 degree. So we get this answer, these two answers. We just plus 49.1 degree and also divide by 2. So x equals to 85 degree 43 minute and also 143 degree and 24 minutes.
Ni, tahu dah.
Okay, question 9 for past year 2017. So the question wants us to solve cos theta plus cos 5 theta is equals to 2 cos 3 theta. So first of all, as you can see, there's cos theta plus cos 5 theta on the left hand side of this equation. So we can apply the formula cos p plus cos q is equals to 2 cos and then factor formula. We take this one theta plus 5 theta divided by 2, and then cos theta minus 5 theta divided by 2 equals to 2 cos 3 theta. And then we solve this one. We simplify this equation to become 2 cos 3 theta cos negative 2 theta equals to the right hand side. And as we know, cos inside got negative, it will be the same as cos 2 theta. So these two are the same. And then we cancel out the 2 on the left hand side and the right hand side of the equation. So we get cos 3 theta, cos 2 theta equals to cos 3 theta. And then we move cos 3 theta to the left hand side. And then we factorize this equation to get cos 3 theta times cos 2 theta minus 1 equals to 0. And then we solve it by separate it into 2 equations, which is cos 3 theta equals to 0 and cos 2 theta minus 1 equals 0. After that, we use the Baraculi method to solve these 2 equations.
Okay, we solve cos 3 beta equals to 0 first using the Baraculi method. Okay, so first, basic angle, we have to find the basic angle. We use the shift cos times with 0, we get pi over 2 since the question asks us to give answer in radian. Okay. And then the range given in the question is 0 until pi, but we have new range here which is 3 beta, so we have to divide both, we have to times both sides with 3 and we get 0 until 3 pi. Okay, and then we can draw this diagram to make it look easier. This one complete cycle is 2 pi, and then we add one more, become 3 pi. Okay. And then the quadrant, cos is positive, so cos positive is located in first and fourth quadrant. Okay. And then the list of angle for the 3 beta first, we know that the first quadrant is just the same as the basic angle, which is pi over 2, and then the fourth quadrant is 2 pi, complete cycle, 2 pi minus with the basic angle, pi over 2, and then we have the other one here, yang di upper dot ni, we take 2 pi complete cycle tu, the one complete cycle plus with pi over 2. So for the beta we get pi over 6 and pi over 2 and 5 pi over 6. We divide all this with 3. Okay. And then we do this cos 2 beta minus 1 equals to 0. We use the same method, Baraculi juga. And then the basic angle, we shift cos 1, we get 0. And then the range is 0 until pi. And the new range given here is 2 pi. Ini, okay, so both side kena multiply with 2, so 0 until 2 pi. And the quadrant still the same, cos is positive in first and fourth quadrant. And then we can draw the diagram. This is 2 pi, so it's just one complete cycle. And the list of angle for 2 pi first is 0, and then we
nampak kan, so different sikit baru nampak. Jadi buat calculator kat sini kan. Start kan. So dapat 2 biji. Betul kan? So tu dapat 2 biji. Lepas tu complete.
Okay, so ni yang complete cycle. So 0 and 2 pi into 2 peta, and then we divide this 2 with 2 to get the peta, which is 0 and pi. And finally we list out all the peta we get, which is pi over 6, pi over 2, 5 pi over 6, 0 and pi. That's all.
Okay, boleh faham eh?
Mana? Wait. This. Okay, the question 10. They give equation cos theta plus asset 2 sin theta. So he asks us to express in form r sin theta plus alpha. So this is on combined angle, so we can convert it into sin theta cos alpha plus sin alpha cos theta. So we just expand it and we compare with the equation. This we compare with this, so we just potong the sin theta and we get set 2 equal to r cos theta. R cos alpha, this one. And this we compare with this, cos theta we just potong and we get 1 equal to r sin alpha. And we just bring r to bawah ni, and we get cos alpha equal to sec 2 over r, and sin also same, sin alpha equal to 1 over r. So we can find the value of r using theorem Pythagoras. Square root sec 2 square plus 1 square, so we get the r value, which is sec 3, and we find the value of alpha. We just use tangent, opposite over adjacent, 1 over sec 2, and we shift tangent this value and we get alpha equal to 35.26. So we just substitute the value of r and alpha back into the equation. We get this. So the question asks to solve the equation cos theta plus sec 2 sin theta equal to sec 3 over 2. So we know that sec 3 over 2 is equal to this, and this equal to this, and we just substitute the value of this into this equation. We get sec 3 over 2 equal to sec 3 sin theta plus 35.26. So we can find the basic angle. Kita bawa ni ke sini, and we just sin shift dia half ni akan dapat basic angle dia 30. Okay. Lepas tu untuk range dia bagi kita 0 to 316. So the theta dia kena tambah dengan 35.26. So yang ni 0 ni kita tambah 35.26, and also 360 ni kita tambah 35.26, we get 395.26. So we know that this sign positive, so it at first quadrant and second quadrant. And the list for the second quadrant, we just minus the basic angle with 118, and we get this and we minus dengan 35.26 because the theta is plus this 35.26, so we just need to find the value of the theta only. We minus this and we get 114.74. For the first quadrant, we cannot use 30 because it below the range. So the theta is lebih sikit. The range is greater than 360-an. So dia macam kita kena tambah dengan 360. Dia macam duduk kat sini lah. Dia tak ada sini. Okay. So macam biasa tolak dengan 35.26 and we get 354.74. And we list all the theta value, 414.79 and 354.74.
Okay. The B asks us to show the greatest value of 1 over cos theta plus square root 2 sin theta plus 5 is 5 plus square root 3 over 22. So we know that cos theta plus square root 2 sin theta is equals to square root 3 sin theta plus 35.26. So we sub into these equations. So we sub sine theta plus 35.26 degrees into 1. We will find that it is equals to 5 minus square root 3 over 22, which is 0.149. Then we sub sine theta plus 35.26 equals to negative 1. Then we do the conjugate of the denominator. We will get 5 plus square root 3 over 22, which is 0.3306, which is the greatest value. So it's shown that the greatest value is equals to 5 plus square root 3 over 22. Thank you.
Okay, so for partial number 11, this will express 12 cos theta plus 7 sin theta in the form of r cos theta minus alpha, and make sure the r is more than 0 and the alpha has to be in the range of between 0 degree and 90 degree. So r cos theta minus alpha, we use the compound angle formula to jadi cos alpha cos theta cos alpha plus sin theta sin alpha, and then we expand r, so jadi macam ni. And then we dah expand our r, we compare this equation with this equation side by side. So bila dah compare our cos theta and cos theta, so dapat cos alpha equals to 12 over r, and compare sin theta and sin theta, dapat sin alpha equals to 7 over r. So kita nak cari r. So kat sini r is our hypotenuse sebab 12 is the adjacent and 7 is the opposite. So to find the hypotenuse, we use theorem Pythagoras. So when we use theorem Pythagoras, dapat r is equals to SID 193. And then we want to find alpha. So to find alpha, we use tangent alpha equals to opposite over adjacent, and then shift tangent dapat 30.3 degree. And then disusun balik, SID jawapan ni sama dengan SID 193 cos alpha minus 30.3 degree.
So for B, we need to find the maximum value of 1 over 12 cos theta plus 7 sin theta plus 15. So from here, we know that 12 cos theta plus 7 sin theta is equal to SID 193 cos theta minus 30.3. So now we find whether we need to use cos theta equals to 1 or negative 1. So we sub cos theta minus 30.3 equals to 1 into this equation, and then we get 0.0346. And if we sub negative 1, we get 0.9029. So we can know that to find the maximum value, we need to sub negative 1. So we need to prove that the maximum value of this equation is 1 over 32 times 15 plus square root 193. So first we times to the conjugate of the denominator, and then we factorize this 1 over 32 up, then we can get the answer, which is 1 over 32 times 15 plus 193, and this is shown.
Then this one actually over. Tak ada pakai over. Settle.
Ini adalah soalan PSPM soalan 12A. Dia kata cosec theta minus cot theta can be simplified to tan theta over 2. Jadi kita gunakan cosec theta minus cot theta. Kita tahu cosec theta sama dengan 1 over sin theta, cot cos over sin theta. Lepas tu kita akan dapat 1 minus cos theta over sin theta. Lepas tu daripada sini dia akan jadi macam ni, sebab ni double angle. Lepas tu dah selesaikan yang ni, akan dapat 2 sin theta over 2 dengan 2 sin theta over 2 cos theta over 2. Yang ni kita kena selesaikan, akan dapat sin theta over 2 cos theta over 2. Sin cos kan tan, so akan dapat tan theta over 2 shown sama dengan yang ni atas.
So for question 12B, we need to find tangent 15. So according to the equations in A, we 30 divided by 2, we can get 15, and we sub 30 degree into the formula, and 30 is, and cosecant is 1 over sine, and cotangent is 1 over tangent, and 30 is special angle. So we sketch the triangle to find the value, and after that we will get 2 minus square root 3.
after that, the question asks us to find sec square 15. Then we apply this formula, sec square theta equals to tangent square theta plus
Identity
of
trigo.
trigo. Then after that, this one tangent 50 we get from the previous one, which is 2 minus square root 3. Then we use 2 times because this one is power 2 plus 1. Then we expand right here. Then after that we get the answer.